Today we will take a look at Google Drive. So the first thing, we're going to go to Drive, and that is truly the one place that you should always go to work on items. Now there are a couple of times that you may not, but this is the big overall one. Remember the plus. We can actually create quite a few things: folders, uploads, the folders, sheets, docs, slides, and we can do some other things. We can actually add on things as well. We can go from slides here, maps, drawings, and forms. So one of the first tasks that we are going to do today is create a new folder. So on the exam, there's times that you may have to access folders, such as a practice folder, or you may have to create a folder. So to create a folder on Drive, we are now currently in My Drive. We click New Folder, and let's just say this is going to be lesson plans for 2019. Click Return, and we notice that we have our lesson plan folder here. Now inside the lesson plan folder, double click, and let's go ahead and add another folder. So if I click New Folder, this time maybe it's for a class called Algebra 1, and I'm going to store all my lesson plans in that. Again, I type, put that out there, and let's make another New Folder. This time maybe it's Physics. Type it, hit Create, it's there. Now there's times that sometimes we need to share things. So for instance, from this menu here, or from this area, we can actually right click Algebra 1, we can share it, get a shareable link, we can start to search for it very quickly, we can change its color, we can download, view, and do some other things. So right now what we want to do is go ahead and share it, because you need to know how to share. Currently, when you type in a person's email address, it will share this folder with that person. Now, notice there's a pencil. It will give you two options. You can give them rights to organize, add, and edit the folder and the contents in it, and then can view only. You can also get a shareable link, which we'll look at in just a second. And then there's also the advanced button. The advanced button is pretty good because it gives you some options here at the bottom. In this case, it prevents editors, other people, from changing access and adding new people. We may not want this folder to be messed with. And so when we do that, we automatically give them that type of access. And we hit Save, and we hit Send, and then it sends it to that person. Now, I did say there was a place, right click, about getting a shareable link. Now, what a shareable link is that we're going to share with someone. Now, when we first do the right click and get a shareable link, we do have to turn it on, and we could click this, and it says anyone with the link can view. Now, we can change some sharing settings. If we click, let me go back one more time for it, right click, get shareable link, and we say share settings. If we go to that, we have options of doing a drop down here, and in that drop down we can do a couple things. They can edit, they can view, we can go more, people on the public, and so forth. In a school district, you'll have a little bit more options because it'll be your district information also as well appearing here. So maybe we want to give this to someone. Right now, if I copy the link, or I use Command C on a Mac or Control C on a PC or Chromebook, I can copy it, paste it anywhere that I need. Finally, inside this Algebra 1 class, let's go ahead and make a new document. So we're going to hit New, Google Doc, Create. Now, the one thing here is that when we created this document, it is in the Algebra 1 lesson plan folder. The first thing that you should always do is give it a name. If they tell you to give it a name, like maybe this is lesson plans for week 1. Let's just say it was that. We give it the name, and then we go in and just maybe if they give you some text, just type whatever or copy it. So I'm just going to put week 1. And notice at the top right there's a share button. Again, we can go through the sharing possible or abilities. This gives a link to anyone to have access, but this one also gives that person rights. Now we can already see that it is shared with Jeff Coots. Remember the advance button, and we can prevent things from going on, and you may want to do this. So with that, just a quick overview. Back inside my drive, I created a folder called Lesson Plans for 219. By clicking the plus, new folder, it formed here. Then inside Lesson Plans, I made an Algebra 1 and a Physics folder using the new button again. Then inside Algebra 1, I actually created a document by hitting New and selecting Docs. Creating that, it opened up, I named the plan, and then I also went ahead and showed you that you could share from this point here, the exact same way we would share a folder. And we looked at the advanced features in both. Now there is one additional one here, disable downloads, print, copy, comments, and viewers. So you may want to have those if it's something you don't want people to mess with. So with that, we conclude this session of what to do in Google Drive when creating some folders and some documents.